5 very simple letters. LFGSD. What a win for the Padres. Maybe a season-altering win tonight at Petco Park from 5-0 down, left for dead against a red-hot team all the way back with the home runs and then an epic ninth inning that included an unbelievable plate appearance from Jose Azocar before Jorge Alfaro walks off for the Padres. We want to see the LFGSDs in the chat right now. If you're a member, I want to see the LFGSD emoji right now. John and Jim with you for the next hour. What a night for the Padres. Maybe saving their season tonight. We'll see. There's still a lot of baseball to be played, but they gain a game on the Brewers, who have an epic collapse tonight, and the Padres have this epic win tonight over the Diamondbacks, setting up a rubber match on Wednesday at 5:40. John and Jim with you. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. We are here for you on nights like this. There have been some tough nights recently. This is one to celebrate a Padres win. Smash the like button for us on another walk-off win for the Padres here behind Jorge Alfaro. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We appreciate all the supers. Great way to support this channel. Daniel, we are so grateful for that super that just came in. We'll get to all of the supers here as they roll in here tonight. And if you want to become a member and get the custom emojis and the badges, just click the join button down below. But Jim, there have been some good wins this year. There have been some bad losses this year. This is right up there in terms of hard to fathom wins from 5-0 down, as bad as this offense has been at home, to come all the way back on Merrill Kelly, who's been great. And then Ian Kennedy in that ninth inning with 2 outs, a very impressive win.
Let's fucking go San Diego. Boo Bally Sports for cutting off Jorge Alfaro there. They cut off his mic. I don't know if you saw it in stadium. They literally, he said, that's fucking, and they cut off his mic. And then they had to tape the interview. So the FCC just definitely threw them a couple hefty fines after the first LFGSDs this year.
There have been 2, right? Yeah. This is not the third.
This is the third. I think this is the 4th walk-off for Jorge Alfaro this year at Petco Park. The most.
Is it really his 4th or is it his 3rd?
3rd or
Mother's Day.
And then let's see here. AJ Casville said this is Jorge Alfaro's 4th walk-off this season.
That's unbelievable.
Most by any player in a single season at Petco Park.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Crazy.
That's clutch. That clutch gene.
He's over. His season overall has been okay. But the moments Jorge Alfaro has made his moments count, and like the last half of that game, from the Brewers collapse in Colorado to getting it to 5-4 and then the 9th inning, getting that walk-off. You're right, dude. Tonight could have been a disaster, but the Rockies come back and beat the Brewers. Padres come back and beat the Diamondbacks. You gain a game on the Brewers, and you feel, the first 6 innings of that game, you're like, this is going to shit, dude. Like, this is exactly like last year. I think you even tweeted it. You're like, is a 1 in 100-year collapse? What did you say? Something I don't even remember, but it is about
if a 1 in 100-year collapse happens back-to-back years, the odds of that are 1 in 10,000. Is that what we're witnessing right now or not?
Musgrove had a not good start. I was listening on the radio, and it just is like, oh, that's a home run. Next pitch, oh, that's a home run. Next pitch, oh, it's a double. You're like, this is horrific right now. But somehow they came back
all the way back.
Credit to them. Credit to them, man.
And they did it facing adversity, because even when they get to within 5-4, they had 1st and 3rd, 1 out in the 8th inning. Juan Soto strikes out on 3 pitches. Okay, you're thinking, there goes the game. He goes 0 for 4 again. Manny Machado, next batter, pops out to first. You're thinking, well, that's their last best chance to score. Yep. Then that 9th inning was so impressive. Josh Bell working a deep count and a walk. Jake Cronenworth legging out a fielder's choice, avoiding the double play.
Yeah.
The Azocar bat, which was 10 pitches. Fouling off pitch after pitch from Ian Kennedy. And then Jorge Alfaro just doing enough, putting a ball where a fielder isn't. Maybe there's some fortune and good luck to that. And I know he's not a 4-WAR player, but he's had 4 walk-off hits. And if that means the difference between winning and losing 4 games for the Padres this year, and who knows how you add that all up. But even if it's 3 wins for the Padres, well, they've got a 3-game lead right now on that final wild card spot. So he has been
4 really
clutch.
Though? Right? 4?
Yeah, I don't know if all those games they were trailing or if they were tied. I'm saying maybe they would have won some of those games anyway. Maybe of those 4, let's say they would have won another one of those games. Just
No, what I'm
because.
saying is they have a 3-game lead over the Brewers, but it's really 4 because the tiebreaker.
Correct. That is exactly right.
That's what I was saying.
Let's get to these supers. And Daniel, thank you. Daniel,
Yes,
very
Daniel.
generous super. Let's see if these supers can turn this team around. I mean, they really need to get going here. We had that one crazy night where we had like all the supers after the 5-game losing streak or during the 5-game losing streak. And then the next night it was snapped. And then they went back into a losing streak, I think.
You're welcome.
But Daniel, thank you for the super. He says, let's effing go San Diego. We see all the LFGSDs. We appreciate all the supers and all the commentary and all the chat that is rolling in here tonight. As you make your way in, please subscribe. That's all we ask. If you're a Padres fan, please subscribe. And if you want to make sure we get your comment here tonight, if you want to support this channel, please consider the super by clicking the $sign down below. But Daniel, thank you. LFGSD, no doubt. Thank you so much. Jared, thank you for your membership and for the super as well. He says, my Alfaro City Connect gave him the energy. That's right. Jared has the Alfaro City Connect. You have the one Alfaro City Connect.
Yeah. He has every City Connect.
Do you, Jared?
Jared has like every jersey.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I mean, this could have been cruel. I mean, it really could have been. When you think about that 8th inning, 1st and 3rd one out, Soto and Machado, then bases loaded, 2 outs.
Yeah.
Arizona just clinging and holding on for dear life. If the Diamondbacks had a 0.1% chance of getting that 3rd wild card coming into tonight, they now have a 0% chance.
Yeah,
there was this outside chance of if they sweep this series, they would have pulled to within like 6 games of the Padres. But that's over. They lose tonight. The Diamondback season is over. Now, they could play spoiler, and they still face the Padres a handful more times this year. And I think they're playing great baseball. I really do. So that's really a little scary. But this goes a long way. Jim, now you can win a series behind Yu Darvish tomorrow. And if you do that, you're well-positioned heading into that Dodgers series with the chance to, get another crack at a team that's had your number this year.
I mean, this is such a big swing game. Like in football, I'll just use the analogy last Saturday with the Aztecs. It's a 14-point swing on that holding call that changed the game. Tonight is such a big swing because you had opportunity with the Brewers collapsing in Colorado to gain a game there, and you're losing, and then you come back and pull rabbit out of the hat to gain that game. 2-game swing. That's massive. And who knows? I mean, you could make the wild card. You make the 6 seed or the 5 seed with a 2-game lead, up by 2 games. And that you could look back at tonight and say, this was the night that pushed them over the top. There's a lot of baseball still to be played. And this team we've seen can go in the tank, but just a huge swing game tonight. Huge swing game.
The Brewers led 6-1 in the 8th inning, and you trailed 5-0 in the 5th. There's a 99% chance they win and you lose in that hypothetical, and they gain 2 games on you, and the opposite happened, and you essentially gained 2 games on them from what could have happened.
What was the final score of that Rockies-Brewers game? Was
10-7.
10-7, and they were losing 6-1 in the 8th inning?
Correct. They scored 9 runs in the last 3 innings.
That's such a core special,
Coors
man.
Field special.
Oh, my
Coors Field
God.
special. Thank you, Rockies, for not quitting on your season tonight. Yes. Jared, thank you again. Thank you, Nathaniel.
Thanks, Nathaniel.
For this very generous super as well. Nathaniel, if you have a comment, he does actually down below. Mark Nimitz just got done speaking to Alfaro before his at-bat. Is that right? It was the Mark Nimitz insurance special that got it done?
Yes.
For the Padres. I like it. I do.
So,
Eric Lanier, who's the sponsor of our podcast.
What's up, Eric?
HigherImpactFinancial.com. Check him out if you have financial needs. Eric, great
to have you in the chat
here tonight.
I want to give a shout out to All Diego. Says tune into San Diego Sports 760 today for the first time. Station saved. Right on.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for
tuning in. You can listen to it up and down the coast if you're in LA, Orange County, Temecula, Oceanside, Encinitas. You can tune us every day at 3 p.m. 760.
Yes, please join us tomorrow. We'll have much more on this. Ben, what's going on? Talking Friars Tuesday, LFGSD. Thank you, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Thank you for tweeting out the video for Alfaro cursing, by the way, since Bally Sports cut it off. So thank you for that.
Yep.
Let me get to this from Ron. Ron, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for your support. He says, Bats came alive after my tweet about their home stats. That's right. Jim retweeted it. I replied to it. I couldn't believe the Padres weren't 30th in every category. Ron tweeted out like home stats for the Padres since August 18th, and they were 30th or 29th or 28th in everything. And I was thinking to myself, how are they 28th in anything? Like, how are their teams worse than the Padres in any category over the last 10 games?
It's been
at home
abysmal, dude. It's been really hard. I mean, the first 5 innings of that game today, was it was so bad, dude.
Yeah, I consider, I started doing dishes and I thought about turning it off because Kristen was watching The Bachelor and I left it on and put the earpieces in, and that's when they went back to back. And I'm like, oh, just enough to
Cronenworth
keep it
and
interesting.
I know. And then you get
And then
5-4
Bell
and you're like,
hit a solo home run. I'm like, oh, of course it's a solo home run. They're still trailing.
yeah.
And then they don't come through in the 8th inning. And you're like, this is going to be so cruel. I tweeted that baseball is cruel. And then the 9th inning with 2 outs, you're just like, is this really going to happen? Are they actually going to do this? And you're still thinking it's going to be tough. I mean, you still need to come through with something. And Alfaro did. I thought off the bat it was just a ground out. I really did. Now, the excitement of Don's voice is the reason why, I didn't ultimately think it was a ground out. But you see ground ball left side. I'm like, catcher running. I figured the game was over, but well-placed ball.
The others came through tonight.
Gosh.
The others. The Jake Cronenworth, the Bells, the Alfaros, the Kims, the others in the batting order came through tonight.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Melvin could have pinch hit for Jose Azocar. To his credit, he did not.
Thank God he didn't. Could you imagine if he pinch hit for
Pisano
Beatty there?
Matt Beatty.
Holy shit.
I liked Azocar had a couple of really good plate appearances in this game, including obviously that 9th inning spot. I mean, that's you grow up in a spot like that to come through. That builds a lot of confidence. It really does.
With that at bat, I would bet he earns a start tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have to see left, right. But yeah, I think there's a chance he's in there. I don't know who's starting tomorrow.
I don't know either, but
for Arizona.
But he's definitely
not Zach Allen, so that's good.
No. I was going to say, even if he doesn't start tomorrow, he's earned at least one of the first spots off the bench.
Definitely. Spot. Yeah, he's been a valuable little piece. He has. I mean, he hasn't been the greatest piece. If you look at his numbers, you're not going to say, hey, this guy's the difference between this team getting to the postseason or not. But he's had a couple of moments, including today.
Right.
Huge moment. Could have been the difference between winning and losing. Dory, thank you for the super. He says, I trashed the boys the whole time on Twitter. They made me eat my words. Worth it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I had people during the game telling me, say that Alfaro sucks, or say this guy sucks. Say this guy sucks, because every time, I say someone he sucks, they do something good.
Right.
Like tonight I said, will the Padres get a hit? An inning later, 2-run homer. It's like, yep, they'll get a hit.
They got one. Yeah, I was concerned about the perfect game. I mean, through 4 innings, it was 12 up and 12 down before the back-to-back home runs. Walk, homer. By the way, Joe Musgrove, another very shaky outing. I think if the playoffs started for me tomorrow, I would go Darvish, Snell, Musgrove is what I would do if the playoffs started tomorrow.
I would too. That's exactly what I would do.
Right? It's a what have you done for me lately business. He's allowed home runs in 8 of his last 9 outings. Has not been good in the second half. He's not been the same pitcher.
No, he's not. I don't know if it's a mechanical thing or what, but it's not been great in the second half. I'll tell you that.
Has not. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out here again. Please make sure to subscribe if you're a Padres fan. Huge walk-off win for San Diego tonight over Arizona. Game 2 of this series. Padres snapped that mini 3-game slide. They win 6-5 on a Jorge Alfaro 2-run, 2-out walk-off single in the bottom of the 9th inning up the box, saving who knows what for the Padres. Maybe their season potentially with that walk-off hit here tonight.
Like how about this? How about not go out tomorrow and go the first 5 innings without scoring a run?
Right. You're right. You are right.
Build
on
on
Juan
this.
Soto t-shirt night where there's going to be like 100,000 people there because it was initially the Tatis bobblehead night. It's going to be packed.
Go out and score 6 runs tomorrow. Score in the first inning.
Yeah.
You
know what? Score 7.
Ride this momentum. Ride a little bit of this momentum at home,
Yeah.
Because then you play the Dodgers this weekend. So let's go. All right. Come on.
Now is the time.
Yep.
Will, thank you for the super. He says, down 5 and we win. I mean, who would have ever envisioned that? They had scored 9 combined runs in their last 7 home games, and they scored 6 tonight. They scored 9 combined runs in 7 home games. They scored 6 tonight, left for dead. Soto and Manny 0 for 8, and they still win. That's all you need to know about baseball, by the way. You can have the best players in the world, and they could go 8 for 8 and you could lose, or they can go 0 for 8 and you can win. That's baseball. Big night for the other guys, like Jim said, and LFGSD. I think it's a very good point.
Shohei Ohtani could literally pitch 7 innings, give up 2 runs, and hit a home run in the game, and they can lose 2-1.
That happens all the time. I feel like with
literally
the Angels.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, Will, it's a great point. I think it says something about the resolve of this team that they don't have to. Everything went wrong. Musgrove went wrong. Soto's going wrong. Machado the last 2 days is 0 for 8 combined, 0 for 4, 0 for 4. Yet you can still win a game against a team that's actually playing really good baseball in Arizona. So it's encouraging, is what it is. There's still 25 games to be played. They're all challenging, in my opinion, to some extent. Dodgers, Mariners, Cardinals, Giants, Diamondbacks on the road, Rockies on the road. Like, nothing is easy. You could say 25 challenging games all ahead.
Nothing easy.
But they're 3 games up with the tiebreaker. So like you said, essentially 4. Although if you lose all 4, you lose the wild card.
John, who's that
But
from?
thank you, Will.
Nothing
Thank you, Will.
easy.
What's that from?
Look it up. Look up Zaza Pachulia, Game 7 Hawks.
I'm
Game
good.
7, baby. Nothing easy.
Vince, thank you for this super as well. He says, huge confidence boost, actually scoring at home. Great to see the bottom of the lineup do the heavy lifting. Can't rely on Manny every game, LFGSD. We love the LFGSDs that are rolling in.
Yes.
It's a good point. I mean, Manny Machado is not going to have 2 hits for 162 games. That would be a record. Be 324 hits. That'd be an awesome year if you had 324 hits. But he's not going to do that every single game.
Right.
And sometimes you're going to have to rely on the others, and the others paid dividends tonight.
Yeah, because you honestly, like, this wrap-up show tonight would have been about Juan Soto.
Oh, 1,000%.
If they did not win this game, this wrap-up show was going to be all about Juan Soto and that at bat in the 8th inning, I want to say.
8th inning
with
one
runners
out.
at first and second, or first and third with 1 out, and he strikes out on 3 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would have been the entire show tonight, and people would have been pissed.
Yeah, I'm so glad they won because I don't need another hour on that. We can have that hour tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Right.
I mean, we've had that conversation.
How about we just don't even have that hour and Juan Soto gets hot and he starts hitting
hits
for power?
He told the media today he's going to break out of it. What else would a player say? But I trust Juan Soto. I think he will. And he also said he's frustrated. He understands the booing. He's not upset by it. He understands the frustration by the fan base. Nobody wants to pay for a ticket and see their team lose. These are his words, not mine. So I like what he said today. I think he's saying all the right things. He's just got to go out there and perform right now. And he's off. There's no question about it. He's pressing a little bit. He's not seeing as many pitches. Shoot, he fell, or he got ahead, at one point in the sequence, 3 balls, no strikes, and maybe grounded out. I mean, he's just not right now for whatever reason. And hopefully that ends as soon as tomorrow night.
Yeah, because you maybe could see maybe less walks here and him thinking to himself, I need to start driving in runs. I need to start
definitely
hitting for power. I need to start hitting for slug. Because, he is for sure. And by just getting on base and not driving in any runs or not hitting any home runs or whatever the case may be, like, maybe that is something that he's like, okay, I'll still take my walks, but I need to start swinging the bat a little bit more here.
Yeah, there may be something to that. I agree with you. We do want to remind our viewers that this program, the wrap-up show on YouTube, is made possible by our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, who is here in the chat tonight.
What's up, Mark?
Having stomached everything we just went through as a fan base over the last 4 hours, from trailing 5-0 to Joe Musgrove ineffective to Juan Soto continuing to slump at the plate to this huge comeback with 3 home runs and then a 2-out, 2-run walk-off single. Are you kidding me? In the bottom of the 9th inning off Ian Kennedy from Jorge Alfaro. So thank you, Mark, for your support of this channel and the Padres. And again, like we always tell you, if you want to save $750 or more, call Mark Nimitz or visit his website. There's a link down below. Here it is on the screen. He's got auto, home, renter's life, earthquake insurance, and even more for you if you have any insurance needs. I have my homeowners and my earthquake through Mark. He is a great insurance agent with wonderful service, a huge Padres fan, a lifelong San Diegan. He will talk to you about your insurance. He will talk to you about the Padres. And if you ever have a claim, he will take care of everything. How do I know that? Because we just had a claim, and he literally took care of everything. So whatever it is, auto, home, renter's life, earthquake insurance, if you have an electric vehicle, he can save you even more money. Get in contact with him and talk to him about your insurance needs, how he can help you save money. Again, if you support this channel, please support a local business that does business with us. That is Mark Nimitz in the chat right now at Farmers Insurance. And please put some goat emojis in the chat right now for Mark.
Yeah, all his information's above my head. Nimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
right. Thank you, Mark. And if this turned out a different way, Mark might be, well, someone might be cashing out of Mark's life insurance if this turned out a different way here tonight. So, Mark, thank you for your support of this channel. Alex, thank you for the super. He says the other guys finally contributed.
I don't think finally, because they've done stuff. I mean, they've contributed, just not consistently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none of the others has hit like 306 this year, but maybe that's why they're the others and they're not the stars.
And
How about Will
others
Myers,
tonight,
by the way? How about Will Myers in the ninth inning?
I know,
Ripped
getting a
up
single
the
there
box with 2 outs.
Just keep the line moving. Like those are the situations I think Mud talked about on there. Like, just keep the line moving. Just keep it moving. And then you get to the point where you have the big hit by somebody else. But the biggest thing is to keep the line moving in those situations.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Ron, thank you again. The Ronsta with the super. He says, I'm wondering if you're thinking 2020, Ron. Maybe 2021 Padres type of comeback, maybe through May. Maybe I think 2020, maybe. They went 37-23. They played well the final month of the year. I don't recall a ton of 2021 second half comebacks. They didn't win a lot of games. Ron, please clarify if you mean 2020. Maybe it means the first half of 2021.
Maybe.
But whatever. They've been walking off.
There were a lot of comebacks last year.
I don't think so.
Especially
I don't remember. I blocked it all out.
Yeah,
I blocked it all out, man.
I Will Smithed it.
What's that mean?
Men in Black. Look right here.
I don't understand. Pedro, thank you for the super.
God. Men in Black. No. Anybody? Hello? Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
Is that a book or something? No, it's not a book. You don't know how to read. Pedro, thank you for the super. He says, I heard Jim got an AC unit. Can we hear the story? Not. Why would the Padres let the team physician for the Dodgers and Rams do Tatis' surgery? Crazy. I don't think the team physician for the Dodgers and the Rams would compromise a member of Major League Baseball Players Union. I mean, you could end your career doing that, obviously. You could end up maybe in jail if you did something like that. I think the doctors are to be perceived to be trustworthy and doing the work that is necessary. That's my guess.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
I mean, that's a little crazy conspiracy theory.
I don't envision that like the Dodgers doctor like
messing
I'm
up.
going to put this tendon over here instead of over here. I messed him up forever. Like that guy would lose his job and be fired and probably be arrested.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that. That's kind of funny to think about. I didn't realize it was the Dodgers and the Rams doctor. But
I didn't either.
I mean, listen.
All I care about is successful surgery.
Yeah.
And that's, Now you could say, well, did he give the surgery to Bellinger? And Bellinger literally can't hit a baseball anymore.
Well, did he try to negatively impact Bellinger's career? I mean, yeah, that's the thing. So. No, the guy's a surgeon. I mean, you got to trust him for his ability to do a shoulder surgery. So hopefully Tatis will be back sooner rather than later. Surgery completed today. What's today, Jim? September 6th. 6 months from now would be February 6th. Is that right or not? Or March 6th? October, November, December, January, February. March 6th would be 6 months. He can't play until May. So he's basically got 8 months. So they have time. He should be fully healthy by the time he's on the field in very late April or early May 2023.
Okay.
Oh, are people saying, come on, John, because of Men in Black?
Yeah, because you don't know anything.
I don't do movies. I watch sports.
Yeah, I know.
Jim, John is uncultured as you can get. Is it culture to have seen Men in Black and know the bzz reference?
Probably, yeah. Actually, it really is. Like the neuralizer. Yes, the neuralizer.
Mm-hmm.
Where it literally makes you forget things.
Well, I forgot
that meme. You haven't seen that meme before? No? Okay, cool.
Maybe I've seen the meme, but I don't know what it's referring to.
What did you think? Like, oh, Will Smith's just going and putting his glasses on. And he's like, Zzz.
I mean, I know the song, like the.
What song?
Here Come the Men in Black.
Oh, the Will Smith song?
Yes.
Here
I'm not an idiot.
The Men in Black. I don't know.
I don't know either. As you make your way in, please subscribe. Year-round Padres content for you. John and Jim with you. Padres walk off. They do so on this ridiculous rally in the ninth inning. It really was ridiculous. I mean, to beat Merrill Kelly, let's put that in perspective. It's not like they just beat some bum. They didn't. Zach Gallen's been unbelievable for Arizona. Merrill Kelly has been almost as good as Gallen. He had won his last 6 decisions. He was last beaten in June. And tonight he's got a 5-0 lead to work with in the 5th inning, working on a perfect game. And the Padres came all the way back. Bell walks, Cronenworth homers, Kim homers, Bell later homers. And then that 9th inning rally against Ian Kennedy. I think it's as good of a comeback win as the Padres have had this year. I forget probably the others, but 5-0 down, having not scored at home in a month, I think is a damn good win.
Given the circumstances of how this team was playing, the Brewers are winning 6-1 in Colorado. You're getting no hit through 5 innings. Joe Musgrove's imploding. He doesn't last through 5. Yeah, the circumstances probably made this one of the best comebacks. Made it the best comeback of the year.
It's got to be. I mean, I don't recall.
I can't name a better one.
I want to say maybe they've come back from 5 runs down one other time this year.
Yeah, I think the circumstances all played
in September.
In September, yeah.
Last year in September, they were like rolling over.
Right.
And now this year in September, now we were worried. They had a 3-game losing streak, but
they're like rolling on their side, but then they're coming back. They're like,
right. And they went 6-3 on that. They went 6-3 on the road trip. So we can't say that this is like 2021, even though I tweeted out, is this a 1 in 100-year collapse? And they haven't yet clinched anything. I mean, they still have good baseball that they're going to need to play.
Right.
They're a bad series away from this being really hairy, or a good series from the Brewers away from it being really scary. But as of tonight, if you're a Padres fan, you should feel a lot better than you felt 2 hours ago. I mean, a lot better. I thought it was going to be a 1-game lead over the Brewers, and it's a 3-game lead with the tiebreaker. So that's a huge difference. It's a huge difference.
Massive.
Thank you, Jake, for your super and your membership. We appreciate all the members. If you want to become a member and get the custom emojis, click the join button down below. So Jake says he feels dirty because he turned the game off. Hashtag never give up. If we're being honest, everyone here at some point or another has turned the game off.
Yeah, everyone at some point looked at the score in the 5th inning. They're getting no hit. You're down 5-0. You're like, okay, well, what else could I do tonight?
Right.
It's okay, Jake.
Yeah, there's 162 games.
Don't worry about it. It's baseball.
Yeah, we forgive you, Jake.
It's not a playoff game, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Here's an interesting talking point. Here's what I would say. There's been no change in his market value based on anything he's done in a Padres uniform. So here's why. Let me clarify that statement. If he hit the free agent market tomorrow, he's still getting the 480 to 540 deal. And you might say, but John, he's had 6 RBIs in 28 games. It doesn't matter. There's 29 other teams. I can assure you that one of them is willing to hedge their future on Juan Soto. I can assure you of that. In fact, there's more than one.
I bet you a lot. Yeah.
The 28 games have not been the best 28 games of his career, but he's 23 years of age with a 950 career OPS, an on-base machine, second best on base since Ted Williams over the last 100 years. So yeah, he's going to get paid. Yeah. Has it been a great 2 weeks? No, it hasn't.
No. Now, if the next 2 years are like these 26 games, then you might be like, what's going on here?
Agreed.
But I highly doubt that's going to happen.
Even if the next 2 years were like that, that would be so Padres, by the way. And then he's amazing, probably as a 25-year-old in 2025.
Yeah, right.
He'd still get, what would he get if he was a 240 hitter with an 800 OPS for the next 2.5 years? What would he get? $335 million? Probably more than that as a 25-year-old.
He would get 350.
Yeah.
Easily. 350 to 400.
Not terrible. You can live off it.
It's
even in
good.
Southern California.
Yeah, nice little living. Nice little living.
All right, we need to pause for a second and recognize Ronaldo. Okay, we paused. Ronaldo, this is very kind. Thank you. Ronaldo McWhiskey. Can we get some clap emojis in the chat for everyone?
Thank you, Ronaldo. We appreciate you.
If you're here, clap for yourself. If you're doing supers tonight, clap for yourself. If you're a member, clap for yourself. If you want to clap for Ronaldo, just clap. Let's just clap, especially after this win. So thank you, Ronaldo. He says this. Heck yeah. Just got in the chat. F yeah, this was not a bad win.
F yeah.
It was a great win, Ronaldo. It was a great win. Shoot, you know me, I don't curse that much, but I'll say the F word. I'll say fuck yeah. It was a good win. It
Fuck
really
yeah.
was. It really was.
It was. Like, I don't really think we even know how big of a win this was.
We might not know until the season's over. You're right.
I mean, the swing of being only 1 game up to now 3 games up, but with the tiebreaker, it's really 4.
Yeah.
And shout out to Taylor Rogers for giving up that 700-foot home run.
Clap emojis for Taylor.
Clap emojis for Taylor Rogers. Great. Taylor Rogers did his job tonight.
He did.
Great job by him. Appreciate you a lot. Because without him, this 2-game swing doesn't happen. So shout out Taylor Rogers.
Ronaldo, again, thank you. We appreciate your support of this channel throughout the course of the season. Everyone here, whether you subscribe or watch or smash like buttons for us or are a member or do supers nightly, everyone here, thank you. You're all a part of what's going on right now. And the Padres, again, well, here's what I want to see, Jim, because we've said this a lot. It's like they've had some good wins, but I don't want to see it go back down to back to where it was. Like, I don't even know. Like, you got to build off this. Yeah, like you said, tomorrow, if they lose 6-1 and are trailing 5-0 after 7.
And the Brewers win, you just wasted this great comeback.
So turn this into, remember, we saw them go 6-1 over a 7-game stretch. I thought that might be enough to get them in the postseason. Then they lose 3 straight. Yeah. Am I getting too greedy to ask for one more 6-2 stretch in this team from here on out? That's all I'm asking for. Give me a 6-2 from here on out.
Yeah.
Maybe this started it, which means I want 5-2 in the next 7 again. And the Dodgers are in there. I know.
You win tomorrow. You take 2 or 3 from the Dodgers over the weekend. It's going to be tough, but still, there you go.
Right. No, this is a big one. They needed it because if you lose today, it's 4, and then you have the Dodgers. I mean, you could have been staring at 5, 6, 7 with the Dodgers coming. So, yeah, this feels like a very big win. Shoot, even Bennett Wood said they desperately needed a win today, Jim.
What?
I mean, then it must have been important. We joke because
oh my God, no way.
We all feel the same way. We all feel the same way. They needed a win, and they picked up a win. You love that. Johnny, what's going on, man? Hearing JS curse made my day over the Padres win. Would you prefer to hear me curse than the Padres win? I don't think so.
No, we prefer you to not curse and the Padres win.
And Padres win, yeah.
Yeah.
This is an amazing point from JT Money. I kind of forgot. Like, they need Brandon Drury. I mean, I know he hasn't been a 900 OPS guy either, but they need the threat of his bat in the lineup because they're batting Matt Beatty. You know, Matt Beatty's your DH. You need Brandon Drury.
You think?
Like, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, you need him desperately. Hope he's okay, but you need him desperately.
Right. So what was it? It was the flap. What day of the week was it? Jim, was it Friday at Dodger Stadium or Saturday?
Friday. It was Friday because they had a home run in that game.
Okay, so that was Friday. Today is now, I'm so bad with these. Is today Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
So he's eligible. I want to say, I don't know. I think he's eligible September 10th to come off. So it's still 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Late in the Dodgers series. That's a big loss. You look at this bench, they're just not a deep lineup. It's not a deep offense. Campusano, Rosario, they're like in witness protection. They don't play. And even Beatty, even though they don't want to see.
Even though Drury has not hit for a lot of average, the threat of his bat in the lineup, the pop that he has is what this lineup needs because you're not getting that from Will Myers. I think he has 3 home runs on the year.
Yeah, right? He had homers in back-to-back games recently. He's been a little, I'd have to look it up. It feels like Myers has been more productive since those 2 home runs. If you started it from that point till today, I mean, he's been quasi-productive, right?
You just need Drury's bat because he has that pop. He has the threat. And, overall, his entire season, he's been good. His power numbers have been very good.
All right, we see all the supers. We're going to get back to the supers in a moment and back to the conversation. We do want to remind you, though, about Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. If you have mortgage needs, you have to turn to Omar Sanchez, who is a huge Padres fan. He is here to help all Padres fans with their mortgages. He's a San Diegan. He went to San Diego State. He's a huge Padres fan. He's got a brand new website you need to check out. If you support this channel, please check out his website. Go there right now if you have 2 devices, loansbyomar.com. Again, loansbyomar.com. You can scan the QR code on the screen, or you can text Omar literally anytime. He's always available to you, nights, weekends. 619-387-7798, 619-387-7798. If you're looking to buy your dream home, let Omar help you. If you want to refinance to consolidate debt, please check out loansbyomar.com. If you're in the process of buying or refinancing and you want a second opinion to make sure you're getting the best deal possible, just call or text Omar. Scan that QR code and make sure to get to this website, loansbyomar.com. Click on the education tab. It's in the top left corner. It has all of the resources you need. Trust us, first-time home buyers. If you're interested in refinancing, anything you need when it comes to home buying, refinancing, mortgages, it's all at loansbyomar.com. And again, if you support this channel, please support a local business that supports this channel as well, and that's Omar Sanchez.
Yep, or scan the QR code on the screen there or the top right of the screen when you're watching the video. It'll take you right to his website, loansbyomar.com, or you can text him, 619-387-7798. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
On this September night, please subscribe if you are a Padres fan. The Padres pick up a huge come-from-behind, out-of-nowhere win, arguably the best win they've had all year considering the circumstances. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. We're going to get to all the supers here tonight as well, including this one from our buddy Quan, loyal viewer. Thank you for your membership, Quan. He says, in the office, I can only listen to John and Jim on the website, but your segments get cut off by the commercials still.
Okay, dude.
And we apologize for that because it sucks.
We have nothing to do with it. We have literally been sending emails to our IT department every hour of the day since Thursday when we launched the new station, San Diego Sports 760. I understand the frustration.
Sucks.
It sucks. It's the worst thing ever.
But it will be resolved.
It will be fixed. And I guarantee you it will be the best app to listen any radio station on.
The app is legitimate other than the fact that it's cutting us off with ads. The app will be fine. They're going to figure this thing out. Shoot, if you live in the world, just turn on your radio because you can pick up
or buy a little radio. You're going to hear us anywhere in the county, so you can buy a little transistor radio.
I don't know where Quan's at. Quan, where do you live? Let us know where you live.
If you don't live in San Diego, then that's going to be a problem. Or LA, that'd be a problem.
Yeah, if you're San Diego, LA, Orange County, inland, Arizona,
Riverside, Huntington
Nevada,
Beach,
you could probably get us. But if you're outside of that realm, you might need us to fix our app. Is what you might need.
I heard there's a lot of Trojan bearskin condom ads playing in the middle of our
Hey, we interrupt John and Jim to
give you
remind
this
you about
Trojan condoms.
Sex.
Yeah, we love sex. Everyone have sex, but use the condom.
What?
I don't know.
Quan, thank you. Sorry, we'll get it fixed. Trust us. And if not, then we'll learn engineering because it's kind of an embarrassment, to be honest.
It really is.
Alex, thank you for the super. He says, AJ trading Rogers inside job, calling it haha JK. That's what I thought the Brewers were doing with Hader.
They both
that was a little bit of an inside job as well.
Yeah, they're both spies. So it's basically who can pitch the less, who can pitch less,
who can hurt the other team more.
Oh.
Both.
Taylor Rogers helped the Padres tonight.
Right. Thank you again, Alex. Thank you, Kyle, for this super. He says the day after Bomel was criticized for sticking with matchups, he went with the better player, and it paid off Azocar. Which I think, yesterday, Bob Melvin, we were critical of him sticking with Beatty. Yeah, I'm not sticking with Beatty. Right, to your point, Kyle. That's a great point. I'm going with the better player because you're not looking at, we're not talking about Juan Soto. Obviously, you trust in Juan Soto, regardless of platoon advantage or whatever. But I'm not trusting Matt Beatty to do anything. He's hitting 090 with an RBI.
Yeah. You're not. He's unplayable, dude. Unplayable.
Right. Why is he on
this roster? He should be the last person off the bench, like the emergency guy. At no point should he be getting pinch hit at bats and in close games.
I'm with you. Interesting from Where You At Productions and Where You At Productions. Thank you for your super and thank you for hanging out. He says, should Grisham be a bench guy for the rest of the season? It was the same story again tonight. If he keeps struggling, should it be Azocar or Will in center field?
I mean, I like me some Jose Azocar.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just still a platoon there.
I think that's what you got to go with. I don't think either has played so well or so poorly. I mean, Grisham's been bad. He's had some big moments for this team too, though.
Yeah.
I'd platoon it.
I
But
would
could
too.
Azocar see maybe, I don't know, maybe an extra game or two, regardless of platoon advantage? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if we saw, would Azocar be exposed playing the next 25 games? Probably.
Yeah. If he's hitting 8th or 9th in the order,
Then maybe
though.
not. Then maybe not. Maybe you could put together a good 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Yeah, I don't hate that idea at all. I really don't. My guess is it'll be a straight platoon, and Grisham hasn't earned more than that. And Azocar has basically earned the opportunity to platoon.
Yep. I agree.
And face left-handed pitching, I would think.
By the way, can we give a shout out to Ha-Seong Kim?
Yes, is he here?
No.
Oh.
But just the way he's played, man, he has been very good,
man.
Very, very good. I think Bob Melvin was on satellite radio this morning, MLB satellite radio. He said that Kim has been their second most consistent player on the team behind Manny offensively.
How about this? 4 WAR coming in. Presumably tonight's home runs worth a 0.1 WAR. So a 4.1 WAR, maybe 4.2. But in that 4.1 range, I mean, he could still hit 5 with 25 games to play. He could be a 5 WAR player.
Mm-hmm.
We were critical of AJ Preller a year ago. Aggressive signing for a guy that basically hadn't played above AA when you can, he's in the KBO, which is AA baseball. He didn't perform last year by and large. He did defensively, but he's really become a better player in his second season in the big leagues. So I think it's a good point.
I mean, it's crazy to think, where would this team be without Ha-Seong Kim? Because you're not getting Fernando Tatis Jr. And without Ha-Seong Kim doing what he's doing, other just giant black hole. And they don't have to worry about that. Ha-Seong Kim's an everyday shortstop for this team. He's doing what he needs to be done. He's been very consistent. He's playing Gold Glove defense. He's getting timely hits. 4 WAR player. I mean, shout out to Ha-Seong Kim, man. He's been really good.
Should we get some clap emojis in the chat for Ha-Seong Kim? Because he might be here. And if he is, he might want to see
Maybe he's watching in the locker room right now, or the clubhouse, excuse me.
He could be using a different handle. He could be where you at Productions, for all we know.
Maybe he is.
We don't know.
He's watching the wrap-up show all the time.
Maybe he's Ronaldo McWhiskey.
Maybe he's
possible.
Maybe
because
he's
the game's
Jared
over.
McCarthy.
He could be on YouTube.
Maybe he's really Rich McGuire in the chat.
It's all possible. Ronaldo, thank you again. He says, is Garcia the next closer? I feel like he's fast but doesn't have stamina. He threw 102, I think, tonight. They're in a closer by committee situation. I think Bob Melvin said today the combination of Martinez and Hader would pitch 8th and 9th innings, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility of a Suarez or a Garcia also pitching, obviously, in 8th and 9th innings as well with leads for the Padres down the stretch.
Right. This is a committee for sure. Like, because nobody stepped up and taken
What would
the
this
role.
look like? What would this look like in the postseason? You got a 3-1 lead in the 8th inning, and you go to Josh Hader. I mean, Nick Martinez makes sense, but then I'm with Ronaldo. I'd rather see Luis Garcia or Suarez in the 9th inning. Suarez has not pitched in a week. Is that right?
Yeah, something up with him.
I think so. Melvin talked about maybe his side, but he threw a bullpen and felt fine, so he was supposed to get back out there.
Dude, I'm envisioning them facing the Cardinals and like they have a 3-1 lead in game 1 and Josh Hader's out there and you're just like, oh my God.
And then he goes like 3 straight strikeouts, like throwing like 104, just gas.
Could you imagine
9
that
pitches,
dude just blows them away?
Yeah, just like 3 straight games.
You steal game 1 in St. Louis. Josh Hader strikes out the side, strikes out Goldschmidt, Arenado and Bader, and Pujols. The ball gets away.
Pujols still
out 4 guys.
Pujols homers, but they still lose 3-2, and it doesn't count as the 700th home run because he's in the postseason. He enters the postseason with 699 homers in game 1, but the Padres win 3-2. Ronaldo, thank you again for the super, and thank you, Jared, for this super. He says Jose Azocar appreciation thread. Yes.
Yep, that at bat was
entered as a pinch
massive
hitter. I mean, it really was. I didn't feel overly confident, but he kept seeing more pitches, fouling balls off, eventually walked, set the stage.
Sorry. Harrison Bader's a Yankee. My bad. I don't keep up with
Jim, I remember my first time watching baseball.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for correcting me, buddy.
I didn't hear you say Harrison Bader. When did you say Harrison Bader?
I said he strikes out Goldschmidt, Arenado, and Harrison Bader to like win the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I heard the Pujols and the this and the that. I should be listening. You don't listen to me. I should have been listening.
Huh?
What are we talking about? Yes, Jose Azocar. Again, the difference between winning and losing in professional sports is so minute. Like one play in football, one shot in basketball, one sequence in baseball. Not every game. They play 162 games. You can win by 15 runs sometimes or lose by 12 runs sometimes. But a lot of these games, it's one sequence. It's one pitch, one plate appearance. And tonight, that was the difference. A couple of really good plate appearances for the Padres late. And other than that, they lose. But they got them and they won, which is great if you're a Padres fan. All right, Jared with another super. He says, I am listening to a huge tweaker on the trolley.
Okay.
What does that mean?
He's on the trolley and he's listening to some guy freaking out or some woman freaking out. I don't know.
What's a tweaker?
A tweaker, John? I remember my first time knowing lingo.
I do not know that term.
Tweaker, somebody that's like drugged out of their mind.
Is that a West Coast term?
Yeah. Do you ever drive around and see people on like the side of the road just like start like yelling at like random just the air?
Yeah, I see that all the time, but I didn't know.
That's a tweaker.
I remember my first time in San Diego, John. Thank you, Jared, for the super. I'm an idiot. Okay, so here's Jake with this super. Jake, thank you. He says, tried AM 760 out here in Phoenix. It was a definite no-go. App definitely needs to be fixed. Okay, so you couldn't get the signal in Phoenix, which is 6 hours away. Makes
Try
sense.
it now. I mean, maybe a faint thing because dude, it's so bad.
Okay, Jake, have you tried this though? If you are trying to listen to us, seriously here, don't close the app, log out of the app. Like hit the 3 buttons and like literally like sign yourself out, log out, re-log in, then research for San Diego Sports 760. We believe that could be the fix. I mean, it's ridiculous that you have to do all that, to be honest, but we're going to get it fixed. We're going to get it taken care of.
Trust us, behind the scenes, it's been a problem.
Even not behind the scenes.
even with you just in front of the scenes. You're right.
Right. We'll get it figured out. We will. Jake, sorry about that. Thank you for your support of this channel, though. Thank you for listening. And thank you guys for hanging out with us on the radio. Tomorrow we'll be on at 3 p.m. talking about this and getting you ready for 5:40. Padres Diamondbacks game 3. Padres win today 6-5. Walk-off 2-out, 2-run single from Jorge Alfaro, his 4th walk-off hit this year. Unbelievable. 4. They have 16 home games remaining, Jim. They've played 66 games at Petco. He has walked off 4 of 66 at Petco this year.
Did you know that they have 10 walk-off wins this year at Petco Park?
So 10 of 66 games? No, I didn't realize that. 10. I really didn't.
The record is 11. They've done it 3 times. They did it in 2005, 2010, 2014. They're tied for second for most walk-off wins at Petco Park. With 10, 2006, 2009, and 2022. And if you want a little bit more here, John.
Yeah, what about like the Q back in the day? What about just like Padres franchise record?
This is from our buddy Jeff, who does the fun facts at Petco Park.
Yeah.
Walk-off wins at Petco Park versus opponents all time. Arizona, they've walked Arizona off 23 times.
Jeez.
And then if you're looking for more, the most walk-offs hit all time at Petco Park, Will Venable has 6, Brian Giles has 5, and there are 5 players tied with 4: Jorge Alfaro, Everett Cabrera, Adrian Gonzalez, Khalil Green, and Scott Harrison. So with one more walk-off, Jorge Alfaro has the second most walk-offs in Petco Park history.
Does he have a mural already? I forget. Is it an unofficial mural or is it a real mural?
Unofficial Padre, because the Padres worked with I forget the mural company,
right?
But it's an unofficial mural. So yes, I forget where it's at. It might be in Chula Vista area, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he deserves it. 4 walk-offs. That's crazy. Gina, thank you. And by the way, good to see him back healthy because he was mired in a terrible slump.
Yeah,
when he was
he's
dealing with that
not
injury.
good.
I mean, he couldn't hit for weeks, and to get him back
No.
literally yesterday and for him to pay dividends today, good
Yeah.
timing.
Very good
Gina,
timing.
thank you. Gina says Machado and Musgrove need back brace for carrying this team. Dodgers have such a corporate vibe and just win. We rely on chemistry. Well, listen, Musgrove might have carried this team in the first half of the year, and Machado, no doubt, has carried this team this year. I think they're going to need to see a different Joe Musgrove in his final 4 or 5 starts, certainly to feel confident about him in the postseason because, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, last 10 to 12 starts, Jim, probably pushing a 5 ERA? That'd be my guess.
Probably. And like you said, season ends today. They're in the postseason. You're starting Yu Darvish game 1, Blake Snell game 2.
Isn't that crazy how things change?
Mild. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go all hands on deck game 3 if you get there.
Yep. Well, all hands on deck with Musgrove starting the game, right?
Correct. Like you have
My
you
bad
have
on the
Clevenger
internet.
out of the bullpen. You have whoever. I mean, you literally are like if Musgrove gets up 2 and if he's struggling in the second inning, you take him out.
I think my internet might suck right now, but my bad.
It really does suck.
Johnny, thank you for the super. He says JS cursing appreciation thread.
Yes. Fuck yeah, bruh. Say it.
No.
Whoa.
Should I?
No, did you see what was put in the never mind. We'll get to it.
Okay. So Pedro wants to know, are you from Pennsylvania?
I knew that was gonna come, dude.
Wait, why?
You from Pennsylvania? You're from Northern California? Let's do a show in San Diego. If you know, you know.
I don't want to talk about that. So Jeremiah says it's very well known what a tweaker is. Listen, I don't get outside. You guys know me. I mean, I am one tracked. It is Padres baseball, San Diego State football and basketball. I guess that's 3 tracks.
But San Diego State sports.
San Diego
and
State
then college
sports,
football.
KenPom.com.
Yeah.
Things like that. I'm very routine based. There's
you should have seen John do his fantasy draft tonight. He's like, well, who should I pick?
He's like, you should draft Austin
Eckler.
And I'm like Eckler? No, I'm just kidding.
By the way, did you get your report card back? Because I did.
I got an A.
No, you didn't.
What'd I get?
You got a B.
That's not bad. What's yours? A D?
Actually, I got the best grade in the entire draft.
How? Your draft was terrible.
I don't know.
It's so funny because I was drafting right next to Jim when we were doing it online, and he's like, you should take a quarterback here. I'm like, you're telling me to do that because you pick right behind me. And then I would take someone else, and I would keep taking players Jim wanted.
Motherfucker took like 3 of the dudes I wanted. I was so pissed.
It was great.
And he's like, well, I'm going to do this. And then all of a sudden, I was like, don't take that player. And he's like, all right, I promise I won't. And he took the player that I really wanted. Son of a bitch.
This is amazing. So everyone's talking to me about tweakers.
Yeah. Well, John. Where are we at here?
Well, hold on. We're at Alex. Alex is super here. Okay, Alex, thank you. He says, how many more games we giving Joe till we worry? Interesting.
Well,
I mean, he's not losing a spot in the
worrying.
rotation, obviously.
No. But I'm kind of concerned a little bit. Like
he's been
he's had a couple good starts here, but he's been very inconsistent of late. And he's given up. I mean, today, if you like, he gave up 3 home runs. That tied for a career high for him. That's crazy. In a single game.
Yeah, that is crazy. Daniel, sorry. What?
That's crazy.
With the 3 home runs. That's crazy.
Yeah, no. Hey, Daniel, trust us.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Jim's on it. Jim's not sleeping tonight. He's going to be putting some wires together in the back at iHeart Corporate.
If you have Twitter, just keep tweeting at Sports 760 because then we can cut it and send it to our IT department and tell them that people are still having problems with it.
Definitely.
That's what I've been doing.
Faye, yes. 1-run win. Good point. Yeah, even with the bullpen issues and the Taylor Rogers, Josh Hader issues, Padres have a really good record in 1-run games. Juan, thank you for the super. He says, I remember when we used to chase away the tweaker that kept coming into our backyard and shed. Is that Jim?
Sorry, maybe. I don't know.
What is happening in the chat right now?
We have to give a very, very special shout out again
Oh my gosh.
to Ronaldo.
How did I miss that? So you could have gone right to that. I apologize.
You didn't see me freaking out. You're like,
No,
what?
I thought you were freaking out about like tweakers.
No, Ronaldo. Thank you, man.
What
Huge
kind of
supporter
emoji
the
does
channel?
What should we put in the chat, everyone, for Ronaldo tonight?
Like the goat emoji.
I think we need a goat emoji.
Yeah.
For Ronaldo
Ronaldo deserves a goat emoji. Thank you for supporting this channel.
No,
really,
he deserves
really
an actual goat. I'm going to go down to like the corner
buy him
and
a
see if
goat?
anyone's selling and bring it
Yeah.
over your place. Ronaldo,
says,
that's unbelievable.
Thank you, man. He says, so compare and contrast. How is this year's collapse better or different than last year's collapse at the All-Star break?
I think
One
they played
health.
better. Yeah, well, they were 12-34 in their last 46. Okay,
Oh, Jesus.
12-34. While this team hasn't been great since the trade deadline, Jim, do we know the record since the trade deadline? It's probably a game over or a game under.
Well, they went 16-13 in August.
Right.
They lost they're 2-2 in September. So
no, that's not right because they had a 3-game losing streak. They're not 2-2 in September.
Sorry, you're right. They're 2-3.
2-3. So they're probably still like a game or two over since the start of August.
18-16, right? Does that sound right?
18, 16, 18, and 17. So it's different. The difference, Ronaldo, in my mind, yeah, the teams are different, but their team is playing better in 2022. Not perfect. They're not the best team in baseball. But they haven't folded.
They're healthy, if you want to say that. I mean, everybody has nicks and bruises and everyone's dealing with stuff, but I mean, you lost Blake Snell at August last year. Darvish, you lost last year, and you were pitching fucking scrubs. I'm not even going to say their names.
Right. Well, I'll say their names. Who'd they pitch?
Vince Velasquez and Jake Arrieta. Scrubs.
I mean, they were pitching opener after opener, bullpen day after bullpen day a year ago. They don't do that very often this year. How many bullpen days have they had this year? 2? 1?
2 or a couple?
Blake Snell's first start of the year, remember? He left the bullpen and felt some tweak, and then they threw like Nabil Crismat, and he was great.
Right.
It was like April 5th.
Yeah.
I remember I was on a beach walk listening. I remember that like vividly. It's like one of the moments of the year for me for some reason. So I think it's different, Ronaldo.
Game 3 of the year.
Game 3. I mean, to Ronaldo's point, they still have work to do. They should be in a better position. Based on the start they got off to, 17 games over 500, they should have put themselves in position to get into the postseason long ago. They should be 6-7 up on a playoff spot. They really should, but they're not. But they're still in good position because you have the extra wild card. Milwaukee's not great. Philadelphia hasn't been great, honestly, over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So let's see if they can close. I think Padres close 13-12. They're in because the Brewers have to close like 17-8, and they haven't shown to be that team.
Was tonight their 75th win of the year?
I think that's right. 75-62. How many did they win last year? 79?
79. So
you have to go 5-20 to beat that.
You're 7 wins away from securing your first ever winning season in a full year under AJ Preller.
If that happens, we'll have to do clap emojis in the channel for AJ.
That's just wild to me.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Anyway, thank you, Ronaldo. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. That is very, very appreciated.
Christopher,
thank you.
Member of the channel.
Yes, thank you for your membership. Thank you for your super. He says hashtag LFGSD. Shocker of the year. Bell walk. Azocar AB. Myers single. Chrome beating out the DP ball. Wow, I'm with you. That's an inning of innings. It really was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Ian
it
Kennedy's
was
good.
I mean, you could argue if whatever happens, if they make the postseason, you could argue that was a turning point in the year. If they make the postseason, depending on how it plays
definitely.
out.
I'm with you, man.
If they don't make the postseason, if they don't make the postseason tonight, then didn't matter.
Also, a turning point.
Yeah,
a negative turning point.
But if they do make the postseason, I would look back at tonight as saying this was a huge swing of events that helped them push them into the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Thank you again, Christopher. Jeremiah, our member, saying, can all 300 people here smash the like button? Please do that if you're here right now. Simple.
Appreciate you.
Just one click. Please do that for us. We do appreciate it. Rich says this. Let's talk Schaefer beer. Have you ever had Schaefer beer, Jim?
No, it sounds disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's like
I know.
beast. It's just like watered down trash. Is it
I
even
bet it
still
is.
made, Rich? I think it is, but it's not great.
Doesn't sound good.
Ronaldo, thank you again. He says he wants to have high standards. Well, if you want to have high standards,
we all have high standards.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that. Like, you're basically saying you don't want to see him back in because you're susceptible if you try to back in. If you try going 10 and 15 here, you're asking for trouble.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. Close by playing your best baseball. By the way, doing that gives you your best chance to win in the postseason. It's not easy to just turn on good baseball. It doesn't just happen.
Like, what a concept. You play your best baseball going into the postseason.
And then maybe you win a series or two.
You'll take it. Or who knows what happens.
This is interesting, Ben. Thank you for the super. I don't even know how this works. So Ben is watching a live show on replay, and then
you can
I
rewind.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, you can rewind it, so you can
That's
start a
sweet.
show and then like go to the beginning.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, thank you for the very generous super, Ben. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. He says, checking in from the gym. I'm behind on the show. Forgive if this has been discussed. Joe was gassed. Melvin sending him back out was suspect. You're saying in that. Yeah, whatever inning that was when he allowed those 2 home runs, then left with 1 out. Was it the 5th inning?
5th inning, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it the temperatures? Is it the fact that he's made 25, 30 starts? You're in September.
He hasn't pitched that many innings, though. He's around 150 on the year, 160. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like he's been throwing – he's in the 200s yet.
Right.
He threw around 200 last year. I think he threw like 186, 84, something like that.
Right. So you're saying he's done this before, so that alone shouldn't explain it. Like,
yeah,
he's a workhorse guy, and he hasn't been throwing. You're right. He's not throwing 7 or 8 innings every time out because he hasn't been very good recently. Right. So, Ben, I mean, yeah, listen, if you want to question Melvin's decision-making with leaving starters in or taking them out or bullpen usage or pinch hitting, I mean, in-game decision-making, I think it's fair. I think it's valid. I think he's had some moments that have been good. I think he's had some forgettable moments as well. Sticking with Azocar tonight is probably a pretty big moment, honestly, for Bob Melvin after what happened yesterday, sticking with Beatty, and that did not work out. 153 innings I'm seeing in the chat. So, yeah, I don't know what other option they have. He's going to pitch every 5th day from here on out.
Yep. Do you remember your fantasy team?
No, I know that I took Eckler with my first pick. I know I took Darren Waller because Jim wanted Waller, so then I took him just to piss off Jim.
I know. Son of a bitch.
Who's my quarterback?
I don't know. Didn't you pick Tom Brady because I told you to?
Yeah, Tom Brady. Yeah, he told me to take Tom Brady. So I'm like, who? Who's this guy? Rookie? I don't want a rookie on my team. So I took Brady, the rookie. Who's on your team?
I got Lamar Jackson as my quarterback. I got Justin Jefferson. I got DeAndre Swift. Who else? James Conner. I don't know. Hunter Rent. I don't know, dude. It's whatever. But I got the best grade in all the drafts, so I'll take that.
That's great. Nobody cares. All right. Actually, Sam does. Thank you, Sam, for the super.
Sam cares.
Please support our partners, by the way. If you are with us live or on replay, we really appreciate the support of all of our partners, including Ora, ora.organic. You can click that link down below to get there, ora.organic. You click this Build Your Routine button. You're getting 30% off your very first order. Every single one of their products is a plant-based nutritional product, whether it's the probiotic, which I take every day for digestion, heart health, mental health, whether it is the proteins for after workouts, pre-workout supplements, whether it is omega-3 oils or immunity pills or sleep pills. Like, they literally have something for everyone. Best of all, San Diego company. Their co-founder, Will, great guy. We did lunch with him about a month ago. Offices in Liberty Station. Again, a San Diego native, huge Padres fan. So great company that has San Diego ties that can help get you and your family and your friends healthier. 30% off your first order as well. Check out all of their products. There's a link down below, or go to ora.organic. That is ora.organic.
Yeah, go there right now. You can build your routine there. You get 30% off your first order. www.ora.organic. They have everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. Go there right now. You will definitely thank us later.
Interesting, Ben. So Ben says he meant tonight specifically in his last inning. Arizona was making him work heavy. The heat was impactful, and it was still very hot at Petco, almost no win. Yeah, you're saying they stuck with him too long in that fifth inning? Probably. Yeah, I agree.
Probably,
He
yeah.
tends to do that,
He
And
leans pro player.
Yep. And it could have been really costly. I mean, it could have been the difference between winning and losing. But it wasn't, because the players took matters into their own hands. Alfaro, Azocar, Myers. But it's a very fair critique, Ben. I mean, Padres fans, I think, feel similarly. If you watch the way he manages, he will stick with his starters. And sometimes it works out, and other times it puts you in a bind. So I think it's a very fair critique. So thank you, Ben, again, for hanging out on replay and hanging out with us with the Supers here tonight. I do want to remind our viewers that we have a podcast. If you want this audio of the wrap-up show, make sure to check out the official podcast of FriersOnBase.com. Again, the wrap-up show, the official podcast of FriersOnBase.com, were presented by Higher Impact Financial and Eric Lanier, who was in the chat earlier. Make sure to check out the website, HigherImpactFinancial.com. Again, HigherImpactFinancial.com. Eric Lanier is the founder of Higher Impact Financial. He's a San Diegan, and he's got one mission: aligning his clients' values and passions with their finances. He's a fiduciary, which means he's only going to make recommendations that make sense for you and are in your best interests. He specializes in retirement planning for individuals and couples who are looking to retire in 5 years or less and are looking for retirement income analysis as well. And along with that, if you're a new family and you're trying to figure out financial planning and investing, Eric can help you too. Whether it's managing debt, paying for college for your kids, improving cash flow, call him at 951-383-3033 or visit higherimpactfinancial.com. That is higherimpactfinancial.com. Again, please support our partners here on the wrap-up show. And speaking of our partners on the way out here tonight, Mark Nimitz, Farmers Insurance. He can save you $750 or more on your insurance. He is our title sponsor. Please click the link down below to get to Mark's website. Ora, we just told you about, 30% off your first order, ora.organic. Click that link down below. Thank you, Will, for your support. And Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance, loansbyomar.com, or scan the QR code on the screen, loansbyomar.com, or again, scan the QR code on the screen. Thank you, guys. Fun night. Good night if you're a Padres fan. We'll see you again tomorrow night. LFGSD, can they win a series? 540, Juan Soto City Connect. Does it break him out of this funk? Hopefully. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow on the radio, 3 p.m. Join us, San Diego Sports 760, back here tomorrow night on the wrap-up show. Peace.